Okay, well, here I am again. Eliyahu Hawley with and Elijah's Codes with Noam Gilad. Noam Koral Gilad. And I'm wondering what messages the universe has for us today. And of course, it's always a big honor. Hi, Noam. How are you?
Hi, Liao. Great. It's an honor for me to be here also. And exactly like you, waiting to see what is going to be here to come.
Okay, so you don't know?
Not yet.
Okay. So neither of us knows what's going to happen today. And I like that a lot. That's quite exhilarating. So, okay, now, when you're ready, let's see what the universe, what Mother, Father, God wants to bring us today.
Okay.
Let's all connect with our inner source, Mother, Father, God. Oh.
Okay, so איך אומרים לזמן באנגלית?
To invite?
Okay, I invite the superior God.
The Most High God.
The Most High God. The one God. The one Lord Melchizedek and his order. And also the order of God. I invite the ascended masters and the Karma lords and ladies, and also the archangel, the one archangel, Michael the one, and Metatron the one, also to be with us. And also the whole of Amenti, the lords and the ladies, and I would like them to show what is the most suit thing to come right now.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Here is Isis comes.
Isis, okay.
Mm-hmm. And I have a feeling that she's going to take us once again to a journey into libraries, cosmic libraries.
All right.
And yes, she says that it is like this, and I will pass her the permission to lead us.
Okay.
Hello to you, my dear sons and my dear daughters.
Ah.
I am very glad and happy to be with you once again. In this time, we will continue our journey to another dimensions, to another libraries, cosmic libraries, to continue our studies.
Ah.
What I would like to ask you right now is that you will sit comfortably on your seats, close your eyes softly, and start breathing softly into your chest and into your belly. Do not try to control your breaths, just let it be and watch it. Let your consciousness calm down deeper and deeper And let your consciousness get down into your body, from your brain to your third eye, from your third eye, which is still in your brain area, to your throat, and from your throat to your heart. Start to breathe very gently to your heart and ask God, the Most High God, to give you the love, a tube of love that surrounds you and starts to fulfill you with all of its qualities: love, compassion, strength, cure, gentleness, light, love, nurturing, and support. Let all of these qualities enter into your heart, and from your heart to arrive to every cell in your bodies. And when I say bodies, it's not a mistake. It means that it has to arrive also to the cells of your physical body, but also to the other bodies of the etheric, emotionally, mental, and spiritual bodies at once. Let this love and qualities fulfill all of you. And let the feeling into you be calm more and more, deeper and deeper. And slowly start to feel something which wakes up into you. Something which has a stream, but very gentle stream and very high. A stream of joy, a stream of happiness. Feel that something around your heart and in your heart starts to wake up and starts to flow and to become stronger and stronger. And let this love and this joy and happiness to fulfill you also. And let yourself be aware of what you are and where you are now. Remember the oneness that you are, the one whole being that you are. And from this point, I invite you deeper, to enter deeper. You have your center between your heart chakra and your center is between your heart chakra and your navel. At every person, it seems to be different. At once it's bigger, at once it's littler, but it's sparkling. It's like a diamond. Many colors, many qualities, but all the qualities are different faces of the same one, of the same connection with the one. Look at your center, your diamond. Let it shine stronger and stronger. Let it be like a sun that shines into you and from you from your center outside to all of your neighborhood, to all around. And ask also to send the love energy of the Most High God to your legs and to your feet, excuse me. And from your feet, just let yourself make your legs longer and longer, and your feet becomes to be deeper and deeper into the ground until it arrives to the heart of Mother Earth. And then your feet connects the love of the Most High God with the heart of Mother Earth. If you want, my dears, first of all, anchor this energy to the heart of Mother Earth. And second, you can pull into you the energy and the qualities of Mother Earth, the stability, the balance, the roots, the security, the defendance, and all that Mother Earth can give you, also nurturing and protecting and protection. And then you can use also your breath. With your inhale, just push into you the energy of Mother Earth through your feet and legs. And in your exhale, let this energy spread all of your bodies, and also ask to bring your soul into your body and ask your soul to participate in this process, and also to take and to enter to itself all this cure and all these energies and qualities. You can instill these qualities of energy of Mother Earth until it arrives to your crown chakra, and from there to connect your crown chakra with the heart of the Most High God. This is our basic process that we need to do before we go to higher things, because this is what gives us the balance. First of all, the connection with the love of God and all of its qualities fulfill us and gives us to be in a good situation. And then the anchor of the energy and the energy of Earth, of Mother Earth, give us to be much more stability, and it gives us the ground, the grounding that allowed us to arrive more and more higher and higher without any danger and without any fear, because we know that we anchor to the core of Mother Earth. Now, my loves, my beloved ones, we arrive to the second part in our journey. Every one of you is invited to start to build or his or her own Merkaba, or his own or her own toes, from the energy of Mother Earth and the energy of the Most High God, to create it together.
Oh.
And when we create it, I remind the toes, we take the energy from the Most High God into our central tube. We enter it and it goes out through our basic root chakra. It comes under, our feet, and it comes up once again, and then enter once again through our crown chakra into our body and goes down.
From the sides it goes down.
And then it comes down like a spiral. And we can inhale this energy into us in the spiral way and exhale the energy when it comes out and around until it arrives once again to our chakra crown, to our crown chakra. And when we do it from the earth, we take the energy from the bottom to our root chakra, also in spiral that comes up and goes out through our crown chakra, and like a pool, all the energy falls apart around us
like a waterfall.
Like a waterfall, and it comes once again under our feet and once again connects to our root chakra. And so we just give it to happen both of the sides at the same time.
Up and down at
Up
the
and
same
down
time.
at the same time. At the same time. The both parts of the toes works together at the same time. And the ones who wants to build the Merkaba, it's like a Magen David,
a three-dimensional Star of David.
a three-dimensional
Star of David.
Star of David
Yes.
that surrounds our bodies.
Yes.
And now, dear ones, we are going to our journey. Start to operate your
Merkaba or Taurus?
Yes, she wanted to say your כלי רכב עפים.
Your flying vehicle.
And we will just fly above together as a group. And now we are going just a second. We are going to a city of light that her place is above the Carpathia.
Above the Carpathian Mountains.
Yes. and then we are going straight to its library.
Okay.
And it's in the 7th dimension.
Okay.
So now we are going up more and more, and we tune ourselves to arrive to this point.
The Carpathians in Europe, it's like Romania, Russia, somewhere around there, I think. Yes.
It seems to be more like Romania.
Okay, yes.
And then we arrive to a city that seems to be like a giant temple, a giant crystal temple. There is a gate in the front, and the guardians notice us and let us enter into this city. We find ourselves in a very long and crystally hall, and we are flying into it. We see all above us, all around us, sparklings of light, crystalline light and white light at once. And now we are arriving to the entrance of this library. Dear ones, this library we will open the door now. And now, when we will open the door, I will get שכחתי איך אומרים באנגלית מגילה.
The scroll.
Scroll. I will get a big scroll and we will start to read this information that is in this scroll. All of you are invited to take a very deep breath, and now we are entering to this room. Aziz opened the door and we are entering to a huge hall that there are many like libraries into it and many scrolls. There are bigger scrolls and smaller scrolls, and there are few scrolls that start to fall apart near her legs.
You mean they fall down by her?
Fall down near her.
Okay.
And now she takes the big one, the biggest one.
Yes.
And we all enter and sit around a giant table, which is there. And she opens this scroll and just start to read, and I will give her the permission to read the
in Hebrew or
place
English?
to speak.
Okay. I will translate if I need to.
Dear ones, in this period of your universe and all of the creation, you in earth living both at the third and the fifth dimensional at once. A part of you still lives in the third dimension, but another part of you already lives in the fifth one. And because you live at the both dimensions, there are many places in your life when you feel the conflicts, because there are two different ways of vibration. The fifth vibration is much more continuous. The fifth vibration, fifth dimensional vibration, gives you to think, to feel, and to behave in a different way than the third dimension demands you.
Yes.
Because of this, there are sometimes a feeling of separation, a feeling of disconnect into you between different parts in your wholeness. Sometimes, and especially in this period, because the things becomes to be much more strong and sharp. Your inner child and your body is still in the third dimensional. It still has its way to pass to the fifth one. And many of you, dear ones, mistaking in one very important thing. A lot of you think that your emotions, and most of them, the lower ones as you see it, is something which doesn't necessary at all. And sometimes when your third dimensional brings you to cope with those emotions, the first thing that you try to do is one of two options. One, to run away from it. Second, to ignore it and to depress it. But my dear ones, also these emotions were given to you as a present. When your soul chose to be in the third dimensional for learning, all of the creation, the God order and Melchizedek order and the Lords of Amenti gave you few tools to learn by. The first big one tool is your physical body. That by this physical body you can learn many things that there is no other way to learn in another dimensions without the body, without the physical body. Another tool that you got is your emotions. The emotion that has a lower vibration and the emotion that has a higher vibration. My dear ones, also the emotion that has a low vibration has a gift to you beyond them. Those emotions came to teach you something, to show you something, or about the way you react in the world, that something is not is not in a line with your higher purpose in this world, or that you act in a opposite to yourself or to your wish, to your inner wish, which is your soul wish, or that you do something which is not suit to what you are. And by this you hurt yourself and sometimes also the others. And those emotions come to show you that something is wrong. Something doesn't work as it has to be. And it calls you to look inside to see what does this situation reflects you. From you to your neighborhood and from you to your inner child. And from this you can grow very high. And from this space that exists now, and sometimes you feel that becomes bigger and bigger, becomes smaller, because when you learn how to do this, you start to connect your inner self, because then you start to learn and you start to react all to those emotions with love, and to thank them and to understand that they are tools for you to your growth. Second thing, my dear ones, those emotions, as I said before, has a message to you, has a present for you. And sometimes when you ask this emotion what is higher present for you, when you get this present, when you get this message, this emotion starts just to fade out. And then you get the present, and you do not need this emotion anymore, because he did its purpose. He came to teach you something. And when you taught, when you learned this lesson, the purpose has been achieved. So there is no necessary anymore in the story of this emotion. And it fades out. My dear ones, sometimes your soul wants to be above everything, wants to be after all the teaching that she has to learn in this world, in this dimension, and in other dimensions at the same way and at the same time. Because as you know, your being is a whole being and is huge. At the same time that you are in the third dimension, you also function at the 12th dimension at once, and at the all dimensions, because everything acts and reacts at the same time. Also, as it was taught to you at the last time, there are many parallel beings of you, at the same you, the same Eliyahu, or the same David, or the same D.N.A, or everyone else at another dimensions, at parallel universes, at parallel ways and realities at the same. So you are much more concluding than you thought you are, my dear ones. And when you act at the third dimension, it signifies and it affects to the whole other dimensions and to the all other beings that you are, to the wholeness that you are, all of the dimensions.
Hi.
When your soul wants to be at the higher dimension, it's great. But you have to understand that she has to be connect to all of your parts. And this is the reason that you cannot ignore your inner child and his own continuance in this world. Sometimes, my dear ones, a lot of you has another life in the fifth dimensions. You have another families there. You have another consciousness there. And sometimes your inner soul, your inner part knows it and feels it. And sometimes it gives you to feel that you're not exactly belongs here, the third dimension. But you have to understand that when you will agree to accept the third dimension and the fact that it works both together, the third and the fifth, you will open yourself to start to mix and to merge those energies, and this will help the third dimension into you to come to be higher and to be closer to the fifth one. Now, there is Lord Melchizedek here with us in this library, and he wants to speak also.
Okay.
I shall give him the space to speak. Hello to you, dear and beloved ones. I am Lord Melchizedek. Now, in this library and this dimension that you are, we are going to take you with us to the 12th dimension. And in this dimension, we are going to pass a process that will help your inner child to grow a little, to increase his abilities to contain all of the changes, all of the things.
So we will leave the library?
We will leave the library and we will come back later.
Okay.
But now, if you will look, we have like שכחתי את המילה חלליות.
Spaceships.
איך שכחתי? Spaceships, and now we are going to enter the spaceships that are going to take us to the 12th dimension as a group. We all enter these spaceships, which are made of light and love. And we are going out of this library, and we are going to have now a process that will help our inner child to be stronger, to be more existable, more present, but I'm looking for the words. Just a second.
It's even great.
אבל גם מאוזן, but much more balanced
Yes.
between the place which is still hurt in the inner child to the place that wants to be cured and wants to be grow up.
Okay.
And now we are thanking this library, we leave it, and we're going up to the 8th dimensional, 9th, 10th, 11th, and the 12th. And we are arriving to a surface, and we enter this dimension, which is just amazing. It's full of love, of joy, happiness, compassion, containers, support, forgiveness, beauty. And when we enter this dimension, we just breathe into us, we inhale all of these qualities, and we just let ourselves to be more melting into these qualities. We meet now the archangels, Michael the One, Gabriel the One, Uriel the One, and Raphael the One, all of the fourth, and they are accompany us to a big place that every one of us has his own like chair. It's something which is not exactly a chair because it has a structure which is like a cabin that we enter. Everyone to his own cabin of light. Now there is like a mist of light, very gentle, very soft, that start to go to fall on us and start to fulfill us. This mist, dear ones, has a purpose. It's like when you are going to have a certain operation that you accept something which will give you not to feel any pain, something which will give you to be more calm. And this mist has a very deep calmness quality. Just breathe it in, because what we are going to do now, it's a kind of operation to your inner child. If you will see into this cabin, there is a big seat, and into this big seat there is in the center also a little seat, because what you are doing is that you are, as an adult, sit in the big one's seats, and your inner child sits in the middle, and you hold him or her into your arms. And also you and also your inner child accept this mist. Excuse me. into it.
Okay. Hey.
Let this mist fulfill you. And now I, with Isis, with Archangel Michael the One and all of his armies, we will start first of all to focus the energy into your DNA as adults and also your DNA as your inner child at once. Everyone, every כל קרן, each laser ray comes now into your DNA, specific DNA, and just start to work on a specific zone which responsible to the openness, to the deep openness of your inner child, of your emotional body. This zone can give your emotional body and your inner child in its DNA, first of all, the order to start grow up, not physically, but to be more בשל, mature, to contain more energy, to contain more development, to contain more changes. And now we do it to every one of you at this second. Also to you as adults, also to you as your inner child. And you have to tune yourself to agree, to be much more matured, to allow this mature to be happened into you. And this mature can help your inner child, even he is still has his own wants, to grow up for a little. Grow up with a deep inner maturity that will allow things to happen, and those things are connects to your best will, to your highest good.
Okay.
That is important for you, and this situation, this process will help you to connect much more also to the other dimensions, also to the soul, even if her beat is much rapid than the rapidness of your inner child and your emotional body. Just let this energy enter to you.
Okay.
And make this work.
Even if her beat? Her vibration?
What?
What do you mean beat? Vibration? Even if her beat, what do you mean?
These laser rays enter now to a zone and start to vibrate.
Okay.
And by this vibrate, it starts to wake up the ability to be mature
Okay.
Mature for being more ready, more allowed to contain more energy,
Yes.
to contain and to cope with more challenges, with more changes in life, with more feelings. So now we just let it happen. Say to yourself and to your DNA that you are ready for the change. My dear and beloved DNA, we are now allowed ourselves to contain this energy. We allowed ourselves to have this process of changing, of maturization. We are allowing ourselves to be able to contain and to cope in much more abilities, a new changes, a new challenges, more energy and more maturation in our I forgot the word. גישה.
Approach.
איך?
Approach.
Approach to life in the higher dimensions and in the third dimension that becomes to be higher and higher every day. Now we are allowed ourselves to grow up, to mature, and to be able to contain all of these changes with love and with security and balance. And these changes will give us the opportunity to become what we are more and more easily. We let it happen now, and so it is. Excuse me. And now speak to your inner child. My dear and beloved inner child, we are having a process now that its purpose is to bring you to a place of giving permission to change, giving permission to leave the old patterns and to start living the new reality. This process may give us the opportunity to agree to more changes without a fear, from a place of security, defense, and being connected to our roots. This process may cure us much more deeper than it was before. And now we allowed this light of materialization to enter to us and to make the metamorphose into us to become more mature. It will help us to cope the things without fear. It will help us to start new things with joy, with happiness, and from another point of view of life. It will help us to be much more beloved and loving beings in all of the creation. We allowed this to happen now, and so it is. This mature can give us continue to our purpose in this lifetime. It can help us to become a whole being which contains the much more, the chus.
And contained or realized or
vibrations of energy
fulfilled
until the most high vibration of our inner self and inner God into us.
Okay.
And we allowed this connection to happen now. And now, every one of you is going to have a little surgery into the DNA, which me, Lord Melchizedek, and Isis, and all of these armies of angels, and our beloved archangels will help us to do. This surgery now, in this surgery, what we are going to do is to enter to this zone which is still do not mature. There is a constellation there,
yes,
that works, and we have, if we want to bring much more maturation, we have to balance this מנגנון. איך אומרים מנגנון? שכחתי. Mechanism. We have to balance this mechanism that will support the changes that may be happened. So now we are going to start. What we are going to do is to enter to your DNA, to the point, to the specific point that are responsible for it, to the mechanism that works into this point in the DNA, a tool which seems to be like a very, very thin tube, and it's like a key, that with this key we are opening a door. So this very little, it's a long tube but very, very thin or thick. אני מתכוונת לדק. Thin. A very thin tube, and we are starting to move it, to surround it not to surround it, to לסובב.
Okay, to turn it.
To surround it.
To turn it, to
To turn
rotate
it, סליחה. To turn it a little while, because we want this mechanism to arrive to the 0 point.
Okay.
And when it arrives to the 0 point, now with the energy that enters and with the change that we are doing, we mature the place which is still very, very green and unmatured.
Okay.
And it's like that we are making it materialization, which is very deep now.
Okay.
And now we are turning to the left side this tube, thin and long tube, and we operate once again, but in a different direction.
Okay.
The materialization. And then
Maturization, yes.
and then we just open the opportunity to this zone on the DNA to choose and to agree to take the materialization as a point of change. But we still leave you the free choice, dear ones.
Yes.
All the work that we are doing here of the materialization, it's not something that if you want it to be, it happens. Because everything that we do is to give you the opportunity to choose between things. That before you didn't have the opportunity to choose because you felt that you are in a specific situation that you cannot change it. Because you tried to change it and you couldn't because of this unmaterialization.
Okay.
But now what we give you is the opportunity of maturity that will allow you to choose if you want to work with your inner child, to give him the opportunity to grow without giving up everything, anything, it means, בלי לוותר על דבר.
Without giving up anything. Without to give up anything.
Except the fear and the insistence to stay at the same place.
Okay.
Those are the only things that if you want, if you choose, you will have to release and to cure in your inner child. And now we continue to work on this cell, on this zone into the DNA until it mature. And when it's mature enough, Isis passes a lightning through the DNA that starts to operate all the mechanism once again in a way that gives you the opportunity or to stay at the place that you know, already know, or to start experience the ability to start to experience the ability of living from the point of maturity. Now go to your inner child. Send him the love, also the love that you receive from God, the High One, the Most High God, and also with the root and the stability and balance qualities that you got from the earth. You send him this love and this balance, and you are offering him or her the opportunity of maturity. You offer it with love. And if the child refuses, you can offer him the opportunity of choosing between maturity to the regular place. If he wants the ability of choice, hug him or her and let the light, the laser light, do the work into his or her DNA. And also let us do the work into you of restarting once again the mechanism that has to start working for giving the ability, this ability to happen. If your child refuses, just give him love and compassion. This is all he or she needs right now. And let the work begin.
Hey.
Also contact, be in contact with the joy and the happiness that you felt before into your body, that start to be like a stream. First of all, at the beginning, a very gentle stream, and after it became to be stronger. Just pour this stream of joy, of happiness, into the DNA of your inner child and into the DNA of yourself, while doing it with all the processes that you are passing this moment. Let the joy fulfill you. Let it bring you to a place that allowed itself to believe that the change is possible. That the continuous is ready. That the opportunity to reconnect to your higher self and both all of your selves and all of your parts in your whole body is exist. Let this knowledge be happen now. Knowledge and process happen now, and so it is. See how the joy spread the limits of your inner zone on the DNA in your physical body and in all of your bodies and in your inner child. It just fulfill all the cells, all the DNA, all the places, just like floating your body with this, all of your bodies, with this energy of love, of joy, of happiness. And let it build the hope, the optimism, and the possibility to choose a better and a whole life, wholer life than you have now, all of you. Excuse me.
Jesus.
Hold your child and tell him that everything is fine. Everything is under control. Everything is by your respecting him and his bit of process of progressing.
His rhythm, okay? His rhythm of progressing, his pace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And after it, now we finish to do all of this balancing of the mechanism. Ask for being עטוף, איך אומרים עטוף? Wrapped with love and crystal light as a cover, a very, very soft and sweet cover that covers you. And with this cover, ask to be connected to the diva, to the essence of the nurturing of mother milk. אני לא יודעת איך קוראים את זה באנגלית חלב אם.
Of mother's milk.
Mother's
milk.
Mother's milk. Okay.
To the nurturing and comfort.
To the nurturing of mother's milk, to the essence of it. Ask the Most High God to give you into all of your aura, all of your bodies, including your physical body, the essence of the nurturing that mother's milk has.
Okay.
The warmth, the softness, the sweetness, the tranquility, the security, the protection, all of it. And just ask that this energy will fulfill especially your inner child. And also the DNA of your adult bodies. Ask that this process will happen in all of the dimensions all of the carnations, all of the parallel beings, the parallel universes, the parallel realistic realities, excuse me,
Okay.
and in the whole being at once. Excuse me. Hug your child. Let him the feeling that he is protected, beloved, wanted by you, by yourself. And the most important thing, give him the feeling and the knowledge that you are accepting him or her exactly as she is now. Let this message pass to your inner child and to your DNA. Let an energy of gold and love enter to your inner central channel.
Say that again?
To the main tube into us.
What? Golden energy?
Gold and love energy.
Okay.
That will mix and will be absorbed into the cells, into the DNA. Knowing this is nurturing, strength, protection, and all the best things that are needed for you to be grow if you will choose it. And ask to anchor this energy into the ground, even if you are now with us at the 12th dimension.
Ayate.
And now ask for balancing in all of the levels, the inner and the outer levels. And now we will invite once again the spaceships. After we will thank everyone there. And we will come back now to the library to finish our purpose there. The spaceships arrives. We thank with a lot of love to Lord Melchizedek, to Isis, to the archangels and the arms of angels, the armies of angels, and by the spaceship we are going down in the dimensions until we arrive to the 7th dimension, We arrive to this city once again, and now, when the doors are open,
To the library.
mm,
To the library or to the city?
not yet, we find ourselves in a huge hall.
Okay.
That in the center of this hall there is a whirlpool, not a whirlpool, a pool, excuse me,
Pool.
of crystal energy, which is purifies everything which is very deep. And if we want, what we can do before we come back to the library, we can enter into this pool to swim into it and to be tuned to release everything that stops us, everything that avoids us from connecting to our real strength, real abilities, real talents. And just to ask to be purified in every level.
Ayat.
We will feel that this purification gives us the ability to feel much more with joy and happiness, to feel much more exist, much more present.
Yes.
And when we feel that it's enough for us to be in this crystal water pool, we're going to its waterfall that is falling from a high rock, and we let this water to
fall down upon us,
fall down on us and
wash us,
and wash us from inside and from outside. We ask this water to prepare us, our abilities, our tuning to the next level that we're going to accept now in the libraries.
Oh, Lord.
And when we are inside, we can take our inner child also to this pool and give him to be amused.
Amused.
I mean, להיות משועשע, להשתעשע.
Amused.
To be amused there, to play, to be happy, to feel more light, much more light than he was before. That even the deep wounds are not so deep as it was a few minutes ago.
Okay.
It still has to be cured, but everything becomes to be more clean, more bright, more love. More in alignment with the highest will that we have also in our souls.
Ah.
And if we want, we can accept the symbol of the Horus eye.
Yes.
From gold.
A golden eye of Horus. Okay.
Into us and ask it to re-wake again.
Reawaken again.
Our abilities and our deepest knowledge that we have into us. The knowledge of our soul.
Okay.
And our experiences in every time that this soul was on earth and in another planets.
Yes.
And we ask that this knowledge will merge with our ability to contain and the ability of our inner child to cope with it easily and to contact to this with love. And we ask that the vibrations of the inner child and of this old knowledge, of not old but ancient knowledge, will become more and more suit to each other.
Yes.
Until the flowing between the both sides will be very easily.
Yes.
And then we are invited to leave this waterfall, to take clothes, to get rest. And we are going now once again to finish our purpose that for it we arrived to this library.
Ah. Ah.
We are entering this library also with Isis, also with Master Thoth that comes and join us now. And Isis take another scroll and open it.
Ah.
We are all invited to take a deep breath into us. And now I give to Isis the permission and the space to pass the things that she wants.
Ah.
Dear ones, in this moment you are going to have a certain of initiation.
Hayate.
Every one of you is going to accept a certain symbol with a specific, very strong, deep, and special energy, crystal energy, but from the higher dimensions that will enter your bodies and will start to operate all the things that you need to become what you wish to become.
Haya.
First of all, I will say few sounds.
Hayate.
That those sounds you are invited to put them when and where exactly you feel the place for this, the right place for this.
In your body.
In your body. It can be your physical, emotional, etherical, mental, or spiritual body.
Okay.
When I will say these sounds, a very pure, strong, and important energy, crystal energy, that are built from materials that you still do not know in your world, because this energy contains into it something which is like a glass, but it's not a glass, it's a glass that melts with light and melt with air and also with fire, but most of it with air and with glass and water of crystal.
Okay.
And this energy is so pure and so high. Now you will accept it and you are invited to breathe it, and with it will come the symbols that you need to the continuance of every one of you. Everyone will accept his own symbol, which is important for him. Don't worry, even if you do not see the symbol, it comes like a code, energetic code, into you.
Okay. Great.
Ka
Ah.
ma ne cha yum 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 go di re she tsa ge she ma tsa che me la ka shum וכעת ראו מעל לראשכם את המשפט הנני אשר הנני. כתוב באנרגיית זהב.
Or see the phrase, I am that I am, written in gold above your head. In Hebrew, hineni.
In big letters.
In big letters.
And just breathe it, inhale into yourself. Put it into your heart. Put it also into your solar plexus, into your throat, into your second chakra. And also in your third eye chakra and your basic chakra.
Hineni asher hineni.
I am that I am. And breathe into it. And now we will continue to pass the sounds. At the same time you're doing your work, my love. My beloved ones.
Ariate.
וכיצד משפט זה מהדהד בתוככם בכל אחת מהצ'קרות.
In you, in each one of your chakras. Hineni asher hineni. I am that I am.
And it vibrates from the center to all around you.
Ayate.
At the same time, all of those mantras at the same time at all of the chakras. And
Yes.
now all of you vibrate with those energy. Let these vibrations create what they have to create into you and wake up deeper the connection between you to your higher self, to your inner God, superior God, Most High God that into you. As much as the highest, the Most High God that above in everything, in all the things.
Oh yeah.
Now into this vibrate, ask to inhale your certain symbol which is the most important to you in this point of your life. Know that the symbol is created from gold energy and crystal energy, both. And also with love energy that builds its inner structure.
Ayate.
And inhale it into your heart. Ask it to be like a sun, to radiate like a sun, and bring the force and the strength of this signal for you, symbol for you, to every cell of your bodies, and let it radiate from you outside. Let yourself be what you are, with all of your unique, with all of your beauty, with all of what you are, with all of your unique soul and unique body on this earth, on this dimension, and at all of the dimensions at both. Just radiate your inner being to the world right now. And so it is. My beloved friends, I'm so proud of you. I love you so much.
Ayate.
You are very special. You are very unique. Every one of you. I bless you, my beloved ones, that you will have the courage to find what you are and to bring it to all of the dimensions, to be a being of God that live in a body, in a bodies, and לממש,
to fulfill,
to
realize
everything that is exist in you as a part of your unique whole creation.
Hayate. Aya. Aya. Hayate. Haya. Hayate. Haya.
And let the symbol work into you. Connect the thing that it has to connect. Reawake the thing that it has to reawake. And pure and pour pure love and cure into all of your bodies and being.
Amen.
Now,
Hiya.
and slowly, slowly, every one of you is invited to let these vibrations be less stronger, less and less strong, until it pulls. The pulses are very gentle but still exist in all of your being.
All right. All right.
And from this point, we will bring back this
flying saucers?
ברכה לי שוב המילה של מגילה.
The scrolls.
Hmm?
Scrolls.
Sure, כן. We will bring back this scroll to the room.
Hiya.
And there is one more I'm sorry, today my English.
You're doing okay, don't worry.
הדרכה, הוראה.
One more guidance?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To breathe to your itztubal
To breathe into your pineal gland.
And to connect the energy of it with your heart gland.
And connect it with your heart gland.
Yes.
You mean your heart?
Gland.
Whatever that is, okay.
There is a gland, a heart gland, into our hearts.
Okay.
Which is exactly in the middle of the heart, between the connection between the 4 rooms.
Okay, the 4 chambers.
And
right in the middle of the 4 chambers.
And this gland of the heart is responsible to the connect of the love and all of the surfaces, not surfaces, but מרחבים. Spaces. Endless spaces of love.
What? Endless spaces with what?
Of love, light,
yes.
And abilities and connection with our עצמי אלוהי.
And my divine self.
Yes. So just let it be happened and do it more and more in your life. Ask to rewake your itztubal gland, pineal gland.
Your pineal gland.
And to connect it with your heart gland that is in the middle of the heart.
Okay.
And she's also responsible to make transformation between vibration energy, which is very high, to a lower energy, okay. And also in the opposite.
Okay.
and let these things bring you to a higher level of functioning in also the dimension of the third dimension, but more and more you will feel your vibration in another places, in another dimensions, also higher dimensions, and then you will feel more and more the wholeness of all the things. And from your heart gland, ask to connect the energy to your root chakra.
Okay.
And from it to the ground. This will give you to operate all the other dimensional places that in your chakras, because your chakras are not what you think they are only. They are also gates for another dimensional places, another dimensional abilities, another dimensional existence.
Okay.
Which you can reach and enrich yourself with. So I bless you all, my loved, my beloved ones. And now we bring back this scroll to the room. You are invited to enter yourself more and more calm into your center of your body. And now you will leave here and we will meet another time.
Amen.
Beloved ones. So now operate your Merkabahs or Tauruses, everyone as he wishes to do.
Okay.
And I send you all of my love. And I am very proud of you, my children. A lot of love for you. Isis. And now we will go out from the library and from this city, great city, to the surface, that in this light city, in this city of light, that above Romania, Transylvania, and we will come back from the 7th dimension to the 6th dimension, the 5th, the 4th and the 3rd dimension, and we will come back to our bodies, to our existence and presence in the right now, in the here and now presence of us at the 3rd dimension. I thank you very much for joining us to this journey. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Noam.
With love.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you very much
for
watching. Have a good day.